Hello to all of you positive parents. How are you holding up, girl? We are going to place fear on extinction. We're going to replace that with things we can actually control. Yes, the schools are closed. Yes, the bars are closed. But what can we control? We can control what's going on right here in our house. We can control our schedule, and we can control how we respond to things that are going on right now.
Mommy!
What?
I'm done.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Mommy, I'm done.
Am I the only parent in the house? Tell Daddy.
I'm Dominique, a board-certified behavior analyst, well-versed in applying ABA techniques to our everyday parenting lifestyles. And I'm a mom. More specifically, I'm a mother of a child with autism. If you are a proud parent of a child with autism or special needs, aspiring to become a BCBA, or just looking for some positive parenting tools to add to your toolbox, you're in the right place.
So I know that a lot has happened since the last time we met. I know this has been pretty life-changing. So let's check in and see where do we go from here. I know this may look like a world of chaos right now, but this is our opportunity to stay positive. If we can remain positive parents in the midst of a storm like this, baby, we can handle anything that comes our way. Right now, the world is saying panic. As positive parents, we are remaining calm. The world is saying be angry. The schools are closed. What am I supposed to do with my kids? But as positive parents, we are seeing this as an opportunity to spend much needed quality time with our kids on an academic level. This week, guess what we have access to? We have control over our kids' schedules. A lot of our kids may be doing some e-learning or some type of work online. And first of all, I hope and I pray that you have everything that you need in order for your child to succeed during this time. But let's utilize the things that we have and make it meaningful for us. So there are a lot of resources that I'm going to share today, and a lot of resources that we can use to
Help turn this frown upside down.
to help see a different perspective of what the world is seeing as Is it hard? Yes. Is it stressful? Is it a change? Did it throw you off? Absolutely. I'm still like, what just happened? Guys, I'm not exempt from any of this. I share the burden with you moms. I had 3 days of probably the most anxiety that I've ever had before in my life. But then I instantly replacing those fears with resources, with replacement behaviors, with results or outcomes or answers. I couldn't dwell on the what ifs. I can only do what I had control over. So I wanted to share that with you because I feel so free now. Really, I do feel a lot better because I was y'all, by the end of this video, y'all gonna be calling this a vacation, okay? This is not a lockdown. This is an opportunity for meaningful quality time with your family. You guys are gonna have so much fun this week. Set a schedule. School still comes first. There are still expectations in this house regarding your schedule and your time. You can have input on what that schedule will look like, but there is still a schedule and there is still expectations, okay? It's really important that we kind of stick with the same routine. Children love routine. Our kids love to know what's going to happen. That way you get less refusal behavior, you get less non-compliance, less tantrums if they know exactly what to expect. So it doesn't have to be your typical school schedule that they will follow while in school. You can do it like that. But like I said before, now we have the choice. Now our children have the choice, and they can choose or have autonomy over what they want to do first or what they want to do last. But my suggestion for you, Mom, is to have a schedule of what activity or what sort of activity is going to take place during this time. So I added a potential schedule, and it can look something like this. We still want to wake up around the same time, but feel free to go on a walk or go into your backyard. Or you can give your kids free choice. Hey, you have an hour from 9 until 10. Free choice. You can watch PBS Kids in the morning. You can do that in the morning or whatever. And then from 10 to 11, we're going to have academic time, right? But then during academic time, you tell your child, you choose, do you want to do math or do you want to do reading? Do you want to do English or do you want to do Spanish? So they still get the choice of what they're going to do. After that, you can present art. You can present music. You can present computer time. You can present whatever. This whole entire house is your classroom. You create your schedule how you want to create it. The important thing is create a schedule. Read to your children. That one is pretty simple, but this is the perfect time to optimize the amount of time you can really spend reading with or to your children, especially if you're trying to minimize a lot of screen time. I would take every single book that's in the house, you know, the books that your kids have been neglecting because there is always so much to do, or they're never at home because they're always busy with extracurricular activities, school. Well, guess what? That's closed. Bring out all of those books and see if your kids develop a new love for their old books. They can even read books that are not age appropriate. Who cares? We just want them to read. You can have your older kids read to your younger kids. If your younger kids can't read yet, they can actually tell a story just by looking at the pictures of the books. There are many ways that you can vary reading books, but I will tell you this. There is a book that I have been reading for about a year now. And I'm very excited because I'm probably going to finish my book this week because there are not a lot of distractions. This is actually a really good ABA tip. If you want to increase a behavior or make it more attainable, like reading, you want to minimize, eliminate, and get rid of all of the distractions that'll make that behavior not as salient or not as reinforcing as the other ones. So this is the perfect opportunity because there are very minimal distractions around. They can't go anywhere. They can't do anything. They might as well read a book. Number 3 is encourage indoor camping or just building a fort or a tent with your kids. This can be so much fun, guys. And let me tell you why. So there are so many benefits to indoor camping or building a fort. And I mean, honestly, back in the day, we used to do this all the time when I was a kid. Although we probably didn't build a fort, but we would always play house. And anyway. Some of the benefits of building a fort or indoor camping is they have the opportunity to practice some developmental skills. This encourages imagination skills. When you're in this fort, you can be whoever you want to be. This can be a spaceship. This can be a camping ground, mansion. This can be your man cave. This can she shed, whatever you want it to be. This is your fortress of solitude. And increase those imagination skills, those play-based skills, those social skills. You can even bring out some of those old costumes. Here.
You be a Superman. Here you go. Take the fort. Oh, it's gonna be an astronaut. Okay, won't you go ahead and you go into the fort And then you, whatever this thing was, I don't know who this thing is that my son wanted to be this year. Some character. Whoever this is, you go protect the fort too.
Number 5 is make your house your classroom. So that just means that when we are learning, we don't have to sit at a table or sit at a desk. There is learning all around. And actually, if you can't apply what you're learning in school to your everyday life, what's the point in learning it? Well, this is where we come in. Hey, if they sent me like, okay, your son has to do this, and we're doing decimals, and we're doing measurement, and we're reading this book, okay, get it done. I have full control over how we get this done, fine. We're working on measurement. Guess where we're working on it? In the kitchen. We're gonna bake cupcakes, and you are going to measure out everything, asking you some questions that are correlating with your homework, so that way you'll get hands-on interactions with what you're learning in school. If we are learning English and this is a prime opportunity, let's play school. You're the teacher, I'm the student. You have to get up and you have to do a lecture, and you teach me about adjectives and pronouns and all of these things. If the kid can teach the parent, they got it. But that's just a way of putting a spin on learning, okay? Whatever they're learning about, okay? Find a way to apply what they're learning to something in their everyday environment. So this one addresses the potential loneliness that we may face during this time of isolation. This is for those kids who may not have a sibling, who really value their friendships or seeing their buddies every single day, and now they're like, my friends. Why don't you do a group FaceTime? Or if you do it on Facebook, you can add, I don't know, up to 5 different people. So you can do play dates via Google Hangout. You can't see your friends. We have technology, guys. This is 2020. Now, if this would have happened like 20 years ago, well, you would have just been in the house with your brother looking all crazy. But now we have options, so let's utilize these options and put a solution with a problem. Even in my notes, this is a bonus. A bonus you can do is you can let them create their own YouTube page or podcast, right? Allow them to be creative. Make a video about their science project. Common Core, math, decimal points, social studies, Eric the Great, whomever they're studying. Allow them to make a video about it. And I bet you, I guarantee you, they will be more enticed to get that work done. Okay. We used to do all the time growing up as kids. When we were bored and had nothing else to do, what did we do? We made up a dance.
Hey boy, I really wanna see if you can go downtown with a girl like me. Hey boy, I really wanna be with you. Is it just my type?
Every member of the family make up their own dance, and then you can have like a talent show at the end of the day or at the end of the week. You can just have the kids make up their own dance, and they can have a dance party. Or it could be kids versus parents, whatever you want to do. There is a reason that when music comes on, we get to dancing. It's in our blood, okay? And if you want to feel good during this time, turn on some music, okay? Let music ring throughout your whole entire house and see if it doesn't change the dynamic of your house. This is not a lockdown. This can be a party. What number, Mom? Oh. This one is for you parents. I know you're probably thinking, that's great and all, but how am I supposed to get any work done? I'm still supposed to be working from home while my kids are just living their best lives. I get that. We need to set up some boundaries for us as well, So if communicate your schedule, you can communicate times of the day where you need uninterrupted time. Times of the day that I'm gonna have a meeting. This time there's gonna be a conference call. This time I have an actual video call, so don't be doing nothing crazy. So just explain that to your help, whomever your help is, right? Say, hey, at this time, mommy needs this done. At this time, I need this. And can alternate and say, hey, all right, I'll switch my conference call to this day since you have a conference call on this day, and I'll keep the kids busy while you do this, okay? So it can be an even balance. If you're a single mother, whatever help you have, it takes a village to raise a child. As you ask them for help and they come in and they can give you a break so you can get some work done. All fails if you have nobody to relieve you, but you actually do have to get some work done. Need some uninterrupted time, go to your room and shut the door. And if you need to, lock it. That is the clearest signal to your kids that mommy is not available. Mommy is unattainable. That is a signal. That is an SD that mommy does not have anything for you right now. And I think that is so amazing. We have to set these clear signals or clear boundaries with our children. My son, first of all, he doesn't have to need anything. The moment he sees my face, signal, mommy, let me ask her for something. Can I have a snack? Can you open this? Can I climb up? Can I have the iPad? Can I? No. For him, the only signal that my 2-year-old will understand, mommy is not attainable if mommy is behind the door is closed, and the door is locked. Will he cry? Probably. He'll cry for a minute or so, and then he'll realize nobody's coming out, the door is still locked, and then he'll find something else to do. That's your last option. For some of us, that may be our first option, but it's very important to set these boundaries up so you can get work done too. That is important. I will be forwarding suggestions this week to help support your speech goals at home. Oh, that's so nice. So let me see what they sent. Both similar. Last and final tip to get through this time is to please make time for self-care. That's for everyone. Everybody in the house who is going through this, you need to make time for self-care. As I mentioned before, this has thrown me completely off whack. And you have to use this time, not a lot of distractions, to really just realign yourself back to a place of peace. You have time to get up now and you can do yoga, you can do stretching, things that you may not have had the time to do before because you had an hour commute. You had to get up too early. You had to be at work at a certain time. So don't see this as a punishment. See this as an opportunity to do some self-care, girl. I went out and got all the things that I've been wanting to work on for the last few months and just haven't had time, okay? I got me a canvas. I got some paint. I'm going to paint a mural. Just do something to keep your hands busy and to keep your mind calm. So I am doing more yoga now. I have time for more meditation. I have time to really look up recipes for dinner and to really experiment with that. For my kids, for some self-care, I got a lot of slimes and all of those things. We got tons of puzzles. We got lots of stuff for bubble baths. My kids really love baths, and I really love baths, but when you are rushing,
going, moving, go.
time to stop and just take a relaxing bath. I mean, literally an hour each. Everybody gets their own hour for a nice relaxing bath. Stuff like that, okay? So this is a time where we can really hone in on that self-care. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, but you never really have the time to do it now. Whatever it is that you have been procrastinating on, whatever it is that you have been passionate about but have not found the time to do it. Just spring cleaning. Out with the bad habits, out with the old news, and in with a new clarity on what your purpose is. Your purpose in this moment is to be the calm in the midst of the storm. Your purpose is to see this as an advantage and not a disadvantage. Let's take advantage of this time that we are spending with our children right now. Let's not heighten it with worry and fear and anxiety, but instead let's replace it with preferred activities, choices, but structure that we're providing our kids. So that is all that I have for you. That is all the tips that I have for now. The week is still young, and I'm probably going to come up with more. But if you really enjoyed this, if you enjoyed these tips, if you enjoyed this energy, just do one thing for me. You hit that subscribe button. This way you don't miss out on my many tips that are to come. I just want to give a shout out to some of my new subscribers. Hey y'all. Rising Empress, me Gore, hey girl. That Misha, a shout out to KB 555558. Oh my gosh, there's so many of y'all. Shout out to Davina Nicole. Shout out for Kristen, Dan. Yes, girl. Shout out to Decora96. Hey, boo. The Satin Doll. Okay.